Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Warp, the completely unnecessary Star Trek podcast where we do unasked for audio commentaries of Star Trek episodes. My name is Shawn.
My name is Matt.
I'm Jake.
Aaron.
Minwin.
And I'm May.
Yes.
The whole crew's back together again. Even though you're listening to this in March, this is our first episode in the new year.
Yay.
So happy new year, everybody.
Yay. Happy New Year.
Everything's going great so far.
Yeah, so far.
Let's just move on. I am super pumped today. I'm loaded with Taco Bell, and I'm ready for Warped. So let's get this thing going.
Yeah, Daddy.
Today we are watching Season 2, Episode 21 of Star Trek The Next Generation, the penultimate episode of Season 2, Peak Performance. And I've got 45 minutes and 38 seconds on the clock, and I'm punching the triangle. In 3, 2, 1, punch.
Yikes. Yes. Who watched this episode?
I watched this episode.
Yeah?
This episode is the exact same plot line as the great Kelsey Grammer vehicle down Periscope.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Frasier.
That's a fun movie.
Look at this guy.
This guy walking in, and May was just like, "Oh yes, character actor. I'm all for it. I'm all about it right now."
Oh, that guy. Yeah, he's a classic. That guy.
Yeah, this is a great over the top campy character actor.
I like how they accentuated his jowls.
Yeah, they made him very jowly and told him to crank the acting up to 11.
More eyes.
Give us more eye work. More eye work.
Well, even Riker had some eye work there.
You guys recognize that guy? Do you know where he's from?
In the middle?
No, the guy playing the alien.
The alien guy.
Jowly. We're going to call him Jowly.
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 I don't know what his name is. Call him Jowly.
Dark Dawn, I think is his name. Something like that.
The thing that I know him from is he's the guy who tries to get Schwarzenegger to take the pill in Total Recall.
Oh, and he sweats?
Yeah.
The first thing.
He's the guy who's like, you are suffering from a schizoid delusion, Mr. Quaid. He's that guy.
Yeah.
He's also the second in command to Ted's father in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Oh.
I would not have recognized him from that.
Do you think Screeny and Jowly get along?
Rocksmith is his name. Is the actor's name.
I will forever know him from this.
He could have been in the running for the Penguin.
Yeah.
The next time you watch Total Recall, you're going to be like, there's Jowly.
Does he have
Picard is not into Jowly.
Well, he's there to test them. And part of the test is having Riker do a thing that might get him killed.
Oh.
He's being very protective.
Well, not killed. It's just like, seems like a waste. I think their attitude is that it seems like a waste of time. It's like a combat exercise, but they don't want their focus to be combat. They're like, we're explorers.
Yeah.
That's their whole deal.
We're lovers, not fighters.
Trailblazers, not trail burners.
Yeah, there's a lot of love between Riker and Picard in this episode. A lot of like warm looks.
So would you say?
So the deal is that they are, because now they know the Borg are out there. They've decided they have to get better at fighting shit than they have been in the past.
True.
So they have to practice their shoot 'em ups.
Yep.
Okay.
And the idea is they're going to take this broken down old starship that has been decommissioned, and they're going to put Riker and a crew on there, and it's going to be like, well, we know you can handle big starships, but what happens if you have to face one that's way weaker than you? What will the Enterprise do?
Which is basically their situation with the Borg, because the Borg are way better, right?
Yeah. So the name we're watching Peak Performance, Season 2, Episode 21. Original air date July 8th, 1989. The crew of the Enterprise participates in war games. Aaron, did you watch the episode?
I did not.
What do you think the IMDb rating of this episode is?
I mean, it sounds cool. I'll say a 7.2. I'm going to say 7-7.
Oh.
Ooh,
Anybody
that's-
else?
Yes, I like this one a lot. I'll give it a 7-9.
Oh.
Wow, high scores.
Yeah.
Ah.
I really enjoyed this episode.
I would say more like a 6-4.
Then
You know I'm going to go 6-9 because it reminds me of Brokeback Mountain for some reason.
7.8.
Hey!
Wow.
Oh,
People like
damn.
this one, huh?
Yeah.
Yep.
What date did you say it was?
July 8th, 1989.
89.
Yep. So
Wesley is in this episode, is he? Yeah.
Oh,
Is
big
this a
time.
Wesley episode?
It is.
Oh.
I think by our definitions, it's a Wesley Save the Day episode.
are we going to call it? Yeah, I
Mark
guess
it,
you're
mark
right.
it.
I mean, I think we've called it for
For
one
less. Definitely for less, yeah.
Because he's the one who figures out how to beat Picard.
Yeah,
Yes.
he does something that kind of saves the day, like at least 2 times. It really helps out.
Well, gosh, yeah, I would count that then.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so we'll mark it down.
Pulaski is in.
I'm updating the post-it note as we speak.
Nice.
He's good in this too.
Is Squiggy in this episode?
Squiggy is in this episode.
Okay, I just saw his name on the screen and I was like,
R.I.P. David L. Lander.
Who's Squiggy?
Yeah.
And why is Pulaski in Troy's place?
Yeah, sure. Laverne and Shirley.
Oh, I see.
Oh, I thought that was like a recurring character on Star Trek, and I'm like, I don't know who Squiggy is.
What is it with these weird names?
Yeah, I know who Squiggy is on Laverne and Shirley.
we've got Jowly, we've got Squiggy.
Yeah,
Squiggy.
I never know. You know, we got the Borg, we got the Ferengi. Squiggy could be up in there,
Yeah, for sure.
I want Squiggy and Jowly to meet Screening. and
Speaking
them all
of the
to have a good
Ferengi,
time.
they're in this episode too.
right?
Jeez, it's a whole party up in here.
Penultimate things are happening.
So, May, did the fact that Picard and Riker have a more of a relationship in this episode, did that make it a more enjoyable episode for you?
I think so. You got like a cool bromance going.
What is going on with Worf?
Yeah, and then they're digging into each other's like characters and like respect of each other as captains because Riker is going to have to go up against Picard. So it's like they're going to be against each other, but they also are expressing like their mutual respect. Plus,
It's like
Jowly is
it's
very
like-
anti-Riker, and Picard is constantly like, standing
Look
up
at
for
Worf
him.
there.
I
Yeah.
am so distracted by what's happening with Worf right now.
Right.
Like,
It's just like,
first of all, every person on this ship has a hotel plant in their apartments. Did you notice the giant plant as Riker came into the room?
I love it. I love that they have potted plants on the station.
Worf likes to sit in the dark and
Right.
I want mood lighting.
and make ships in a bottle. Is that what he was? Whatever he was
Yeah,
trying
I'm
to
not
do?
sure. Some kind of model ship.
Fine motor skills. Seems
He's
like.
totally right.
He's got a weird statue. He's got a picture of space, even though they're in space.
Well, I think that's
Well,
standard issue Federation.
Yeah,
all
standard.
the rooms come with a painting of space.
hmm
You could look out the window, but here is a painting of that same thing.
That's for when you wake up and you're disoriented and like, where am I? And then you see the picture of space and you're like, oh yeah.
Space.
Maybe Worf doesn't have a window in his quarters, so he needs a painting of space to remind him of where he is.
Worf would have been so bad at that game where you had to build bridges out of balsa wood. It would just be nothing but destruction.
How about pick up sticks? Would be
Worf was practicing his fine motor skills.
Yep.
You could see they were not fine.
Riker looks good in this episode for some reason. Does he look better than normal this week?
Yeah.
He looks sharper and
He's
more.
got a bit of a, he's
He's settling into his
pretty
gear.
cocky,
Settling.
and pretty self-assured in this episode.
He's got his I'm a charmer.
He's got the swagger going right now.
Yeah, he's got the swagger.
I mean, look at Jolly. Who wouldn't have their swagger on? See that look?
Yeah, just stand next to Jolly and you automatically,
Yeah,
you
we wanna
go
legit
up,
stand
automatically
next to
go up
Jolly.
15%.
We all
Go
need
from
a
a 6
jolly
to
to
an 8.
stand next to.
Oh, damn. That was a lot of acting right there from Riker. Face acting.
So Jowly doesn't think Riker can win. Is that what?
No, there's this bizarro game they're about to play, and Jowly is really good at it, like known to be like the best in the galaxy. And Riker has decided to challenge him, knowing that he couldn't possibly beat him, but just wants the chance. Geordi doesn't understand the point of that. Why would you challenge someone knowing that you're just going to get your butt kicked?
Look at those plants. They have those plants.
And that painting.
It's a painting of space.
Yeah.
This.
Bill Donahue show.
It's like, I want something cool and futuristic and dual off. And
we decided.
This is like when you put bugles on the end of your fingers.
Yeah. That makes me want bugles, you guys.
Yes.
I love how serious Riker is.
I'm just stucking these things on your fingers one at a time. Nothing weirdly erotic about it.
Like my hand massager.
Actually, now that you talk about it, it reminds me of Eastern sort of medical procedures sometimes, like homeopathic, right? The cupping or something.
Yeah, I used to get cupped.
Mm-hmm.
You end up with all these marks on your back. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
It looks like an octopus is like attached to you. You have these for a while.
Star Trek never misses the opportunity to remind you that it is set in the future. Like, they can't just play chess. They have to play some weird future game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, the show is set on a spaceship. We know it's the future. They could just play a normal game, but instead they're going to play some weird nonsense game that doesn't even exist.
I mean, that's what I count on.
Gotta do this.
As I like to call it, jazz hands.
Does it make bloopity bloop? So. Does it make bloopity bloop noises?
Yeah. Well, don't you see the subtitle? Computer beeps.
It's like a 3D Pong or something.
Yeah. With spirit fingers.
Pulaski is very disappointed.
Wouldn't Data be good at this?
You fucking suck, right?
Yeah. Her face right now.
She's like, your father was right about you.
You are a loser.
Oh, damn.
Yikes. Yeah. Way to
she
really
went there right away.
Punch below the belt there.
Remember how she used to fuck his dad?
Yeah.
Speculation.
That episode the other day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was the episode.
Right, Ben. Data would be good at this, and that's where the story ends up going. Data jumps in there, pushed on by Pulaski, who is the bomb in this episode, I gotta say. She's great. Because she's super competitive and pushing Data on.
Now she's into Data, right? She's like, oh, you can do this.
Yeah.
Good at this. Good toaster.
She's figuring out how to play to his strengths.
Yeah, but only because he's a robot. So it's still spacism, just in a different form.
It's like when you say all Chinese people are smart.
Oh, I've heard.
Really?
I mean, I didn't say that.
It's just as racist.
Don't put those words into my mouth.
Stereotype.
But what if they're actually a computer? We're still supposed to. Okay.
Wait,
I'm not going to fight this fight.
What's going on here with this derelict ship?
This is the ship that Riker has to use to try and beat Picard. They gave him a old clunker on purpose to see how clever he could be in figuring out how to beat a much more powerful ship like that.
Yes, like the story, the plot line of Down Periscope.
I've never seen Stop talking about Down Periscope. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you've
never seen Down Periscope?
Never stop.
It's a good one.
Stop.
Is it just the four of them on this whole fucking ship?
There's 20.
He said, no, it said 40.
Oh, that was 40.
And he's sending out a message to the ship. This is your captain.
You know, they're out and about amongst the ship. They're not all 40 going to be on the bridge.
Okay.
If you've ever driven your car to like a bar, but were too drunk to drive home, but just got an Uber instead, that's what's going on with this ship. It was just sort of parked at this planet.
It's just been sitting there all this time, like waiting for somebody to come along and do something with it.
Pretty much.
I love how the
I don't know how come the wires
have really leaned into the wiring.
Yeah, they really didn't do a good job. Like they really
more wires.
They threw a rager on their way out the door.
Wires out.
I told you, man, they were too drunk.
Whoever left this ship behind.
This ship got abandoned because it got attacked by that disease that makes you all horny.
Yeah.
So all the people went crazy and tore the place apart.
Oh, is that what happened?
I don't know.
I think they
We'll
did
go ahead and
space
say that's what
LSD
happened.
and they were having.
I'm gonna assume that's what happened.
They got naked nowed, huh?
Pizza oven.
Oh, back then. I guess naked then. The naked then, I guess. Back then. Naked 3 weeks ago.
There's no antimatter.
Naked 3 weeks ago. Well, you could have been watching My Two Dads, Amen, The Golden Girl, and The Golden Girls, or something called Guns of Paradise and Tour of Duty. That's what else was on this week.
Yeah, I was
July 8th.
Watching Golden Girls.
And a rerun of Mission Impossible.
I think Mr. Kohlrami could be the sixth Golden Girl. How many were there?
You would be the fifth.
Yeah, there were 4 usual normal Golden Girls.
I could see him fitting in from that.
Until they added Cheech.
From Cheech and Chong?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Are you kidding me, Blanche?
Wasn't there like a Golden Girls spin-off or a continuation of the show where they owned a hotel with Cheech?
I really like that, Jacob.
Who's that red-haired guy standing in the back? Mr. Notworth.
He's been there. He's been there for a while. I don't know who he is, though, but I've noticed him. He's not Asian, though.
Oh, Brian had a hangover.
Yeah. So he sent his understudy.
Look at Pulaski. What he would say is that he doesn't want to do it himself, but I will for him. Tell him
he doesn't, but he doesn't want to.
She doesn't want to.
I know,
like she always is.
Yeah, she just wants to like.
She bullies him into it.
She just wants to see this guy put down. That's her entire motivation.
I like it though. I like it. She's
Why does Data not want to?
He doesn't see the point.
He doesn't give a shit. He's a robot and he doesn't care.
He's an android.
Oh, so now we can call him a robot?
No.
Well, technically he's an android, I guess.
Yeah. Come on.
She's trying to teach him about the spirit of competition.
Yeah. Pronouns matter, Matt.
Yeah. I didn't mean so much the android robot thing because I'll always get that wrong. But I just meant when is it okay to acknowledge that Data is not a human being? I just don't know when I'm gonna offend.
Back. You could climb that woman's jawline.
Yeah. Yeah, who's the lady with the super strong jawline, and why am I not surprised Riker picked her?
Should we try and gaslight Shawn and into thinking that the Golden Girls spinoff never happened, or should we tell him the truth that he?
I knew it. He was right.
But even then, there were only 4 because Bea Arthur wasn't on that show.
One of them
She
wasn't
quit.
on it. I thought that was right.
And how long did that last? 1 season?
1 season, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's about right.
What was it called?
It was called the Golden Palace, which was the name of the hotel they bought.
I did watch that, but I'd like blanked it out. I'd like process that memory out.
Is that like the Star Wars Christmas special?
Oh my god!
Which Bea Arthur is also in.
That was amazing to watch that clip.
Did you watch the whole thing? Oh no, you just watched that clip.
I just watched what Matt sent through. I was
That's
like,
the only part worth watching. Is honestly,
I started watching it.
Bea Arthur.
Yeah, we didn't get that far.
Oh,
She earned her paycheck.
That's really the last thing. Like nobody ever gets past that scene. I think when they're watching.
I don't think I've ever made it past that scene. I think I always turn it off after once she's done.
After she pours the water into his.
But that's like only like a half an hour into it. Like there's still a lot of it left.
Yeah, like 90 minutes.
Oh my god, it's so long.
Wow.
So Wesley is hatching a scheme, right? He came up with some bullshit excuse for why he has to go back to the Enterprise. He's like, I have to go turn in my homework.
Yep.
Because I forgot to do it before we left. And they're like, fine, Wesley can come over. He's harmless. And while he's there, he's going to commit industrial espionage and fucking steal the dilithium crystals that they need for the warp drive.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Well, Riker told him, like, he was complaining about how difficult their task was, and then Riker told him to improvise.
Yeah.
So
you have to learn how to be clever.
improvising.
He's pulling a Kirk right here. This is what it feels like. Welcome to the
See,
ship.
there's that redheaded guy again.
Yep.
I think he's someone.
Just not
He
around.
must be
this
the
week.
second
Like,
in command in security. So when Worf went to the other ship, he's now the number one on.
He's only an
I
ensign.
don't know who he is.
He seems so
His
nervous.
name is Glenn Morshower.
Glenn
Yeah.
Morshower, and he was in the X-Men movie with Kevin Bacon. He plays those like general types in all the superhero movies.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, age him forward. That would work.
What sort of exercise device beamed on board? That looks
Yep.
cool as hell.
He was
Should we
on
get you want
Supergirl.
to get you one of those?
No, it would probably, I would try it out like once. I'd be like, oh, Jesus, this is dangerous. All right, I have to not ever get on this thing again.
Look how excited the
Nice.
Texans are behind Data. They're all
Yeah.
like, I can't believe what's about to happen.
Yeah, they're super into it.
They're all very excited for Data.
Except the guy on the right. Oh, Asian in the back.
Yeah, the
Hey,
guy
dude.
behind Data, the guy next to Troy kind of looks bored, honestly.
Yeah, both guys.
But
I think he's only there to hit on Deanna, and like she forced him to come here on their date. He's like, okay.
But
You
Troy
really
is much
wanna
more
go watch-
interested in this. Oh, yeah.
So
think
Red
Troy
Hat
would
was
ever date-
General
I don't think Troy would
Jacobs
ever
in
date
Agents of
Leia.
S.H.I.E.L.D. and Colonel Hendry in X-Men's First Class.
Oh, so he's been around.
He's been in it.
What were you saying, Matt?
Troy would never date a member of the low-level crew. She only dates
Officers?
officer level. Yeah, like bridge-level crew only.
Not even for love? She might do it for love if she was really
I think it's unprofessional to date someone, on the crew.
Yeah.
In her role as counselor, she can't counsel people if she's emotionally with them.
If they're more than a 10-second turbo lift right away, it's not convenient for her.
But just in in any situation, you've got to take care of your well-being in order to be able to perform well and take care of others. So she's got to make sure she's emotionally.
She has love story plots on the show, but they're always with guest people.
Other
who
people.
come. Yeah. Until later on,
She had that baby for like a day.
Oh yeah, that's right. The space.
We'll get to go down memory lane next episode.
Wow, I can't believe you pulled that out of the memory banks there, Aaron. This is
Because I watched the
amazing.
clip show. That was really helpful for me. I was like, oh yeah,
It's like, oh, that happened.
oh yeah.
that was the first. That was the big episode for Aaron because it was the first one with Whoopi. It was a very momentous episode for her.
Yeah.
That was first contact with Whoopi for her. Gotcha.
That was Whoopi. That was first
Contact with Whoopi.
Yeah. Okay.
Picard has not had. He's just about had it with this guy.
Yeah.
I think that's accurate. I've had it with him too, although I kind
Oh,
of.
they've got a model of the ship in back of the same ship that they're facing off against.
That's because Picard used to be the captain of a ship of that style.
Class.
He used to be a captain of a ship called the Stargazer before he became captain of the Enterprise, and that's a model of the Stargazer.
And in every room, they have a painting of space and stars.
Well,
To really
he
hammer
has
the place.
an aquarium in his room, in his office.
No,
I like
meant in the
that.
star.
Although there's no fish in it at the
There's
time.
no fish in it this week. Where are the fish?
The fish have all disappeared.
They're sleeping.
Somebody
Riker took him with him to the.
right.
He's like, I'm taking his fish with me.
That'll really get him
Of-
confused.
Of space.
It just makes me laugh that somebody on that show, like some PA or somebody, was responsible for feeding the fish. You know,
Yeah.
like
And cleaning that tank, that doesn't
somebody
look
had
Yeah,
that.
that tank
Really
is
had
did a
that
bad job this week because all the fish died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so easy to kill fish, especially in a
Like,
tank
Clarence,
like
where are the fish?
You suppose somebody just forgot to put them in the show tank, and they're just backstage in their normal tank, and nobody noticed that they hadn't put the fish in the tank this week.
God damn it, Clarence.
Yeah,
Yeah,
somebody
my
lost.
God.
Some PA got fired for not
Yeah.
putting the fish in the tank.
Somebody left them on the crafty table and fucking Muldaur'd gobbled them down.
yeah,
Not
Muldaur'd.
sushi, Dana.
Yeah.
Classic.
In Muldaur.
Fucking Muldaur'd.
That woman can't see a fish without
Slurping it down.
I don't know whether my Ponfar is acting up, but this scene between Data and Troy right now, it's like spicy. Like I can see them exploring, unexplored territories.
Hooking up?
Yeah, for sure. Maybe it's just me.
now you're gonna make me Google. You're gonna make me Google Data Troy /fiction, aren't you? Matt?
That's got to be out there. This is This is heating me up. I don't know. Maybe I'm going through menopause. Menopause? Oof.
Menopause?
I gotta put Min on pause right now. I'll be in my bunk, please.
Need a moment.
Yeah.
Let's see. Beverly, Deanna.
Oh.
Data. Oh, there's Data, Deanna.
Oh, there's Beverly and Deanna. That is
Beverly,
hot.
Deanna.
I like
that. Yeah. Of course.
There's Tasha. There's Tasha, Deanna.
Oh.
Is there Tasha Beverly Deanna?
Wow, are you asking too much, Aaron? I don't think so. I think it's got to be out there.
Is there Pulaski, Deanna?
Yeah.
There's Star Trek: The Next Generation crossover /fic with Supernatural, where it says Sam Winchester and Data, Dean Winchester and Deanna, Dean Winchester and Guinan.
Wow.
All the combos.
All the conceivable combos are out there.
It's like Taco Bell. It's like sour cream, beans.
Right, you just tell them what you want and they make it for you.
Just put it in a different crunch wrap.
There's only 6 ingredients and they just mix and match them.
They're just put them all in.
I want the Supremo for sure. Wes, you cheated.
Wesley Crusher and Data's robot daughter, Lol.
What?
We haven't met her yet, but we will.
You mean just Wesley, not Wesley and his mom and something?
No, just Wesley and the robot.
I forget that his name is Crusher too.
Crusher? Mm-hmm.
You hardly know her.
Thanks, Jacob.
Oh,
Producer Jacob. But
I thought you were going. I thought that's what you were going for.
Yeah. I appreciate it. Well, are they
Jake's
almost
coming in and punching up your jokes for you?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's great.
I love that about producer Jacob. He's got that ability. He's like a joke sniper.
After this are done recording, we'll go back and record it again and punch
She
up
is
the whole
such
thing.
an asshole. God, she irritates me.
Well, that's her character, right? It's they're leaning into
Well, you only have to wait one more episode and then she's gone.
And then we'll never see her again.
We're gonna have to have like a Pulaski memorial. Shame. That's right. Ring the bell. Shame.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss her too. I feel like I need to spend more time with Crusher, but I feel like Pulaski's really good at her job.
Well, isn't her character type going to come back with Discovery, like with Muldaur'd? Captain, what was her name? Kate Muldaur'd? Captain, I don't know her.
Voyager.
I mean, she is pretty much.
Voyager. Yes, you're right. That's correct, Matt.
To me, she is exactly what a female character would be written like in this era of television.
Well, there's Deanna Troi. Maybe that's an opposite stereotype.
That's the opposite side of the spectrum.
Yeah.
But her dynamic that she brings with Data, like that, it's they got a lot of story out of it, so that's why I like that
tension.
Yeah, you can't have everybody be completely agreeable on the ship.
And even in that scene, it was her realizing that she had fucked up because Data realized he was losing his confidence in his performance, and then she felt bad.
Now I want a Pulaski Data fanfic.
Yes.
Work it out between the
work it out, right? And then Captain Picard.
Ask and ye shall receive, my friend.
Okay, send me a link, please.
Internet.
Yeah, I'm going to
internet.
I would very much like to do something with you, Doctor. I call it the Tasha.
Yar, right? Yar.
Yes.
I'm going to be in line for that for sure. Yeah. How many tickets can I get to that show?
Right. I hope it's the one where she's really
you can have them all,
out
man.
too.
Oh, please, yes. I'm a big fan.
That's gonna be. It's like a Gallagher show, man. You got to bring a tarp.
I'm just going to be bathed in it, right? Like Bane.
Okay.
Daddy, don't back out now. Daddy, please.
Daddy, as usual, man, you've taken it one step too far.
I was on board, but...
Sorry. I'm sorry.
I can't excuse that kind of thing.
I cannot support this.
The line must be drawn in the sand.
Shawn is like Lindsey Graham. After like 4 years, he's finally
too far. He's not too far now, man.
Wow, way to make it contemporaneous there.
Right?
Yes, the thing. Well, I'm sorry. I'm standing here in reconciliation and apology. We can move on.
I like the fact that the broken down ship is known as the Hathaway. I think it fits in like Devil Wears Prada type canon.
Yeah.
Anne Hathaway? Yes,
it's
totally a reference to Anne Hathaway.
She's the fixer-upper in that movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
And in Princess Diaries.
Yeah, you got to figure by this time in history, they've made so many ships, they're running out of names. So there's an era where they just name them after famous actors of the 21st century.
And then they used all them
200 years in the past.
Yeah.
They're like, who was in the Princess Diaries? I like that.
We need you to emergency transfer over to the Hargitay. Yes, sir.
We found a planet. Their entire civilization is based on the movie The Princess Diaries. Quick, send the Hathaway. They'll understand.
It's only right.
Oh man, that's I could totally see that alternate reality.
Mm-hmm.
Loving
It's not like they don't name things from our century all the time.
For sure.
It's like,
as one of a three-parter. Well, so what's going on now? Are they haven't fought yet? There's still a lot of posturing.
Well, they're still fixing the ship on the other side.
Still a lot of ship exterior shots.
But here, Data and Troy's trying to build him back up again, build up his confidence.
this is the difference between TV now and TV back then. This now, like, they'd go, okay, you go over there, you've got 48 hours to get ready, and then the next commercial break, 48 hours would have passed, and they would have started the exercise. Not here. No, they say go over there, and we'll spend 48 minutes dealing with this bullshit about Data not being good at space chess.
Yeah.
And you guys go there and fix the ship for half an hour. Then we'll get to the actual meat of the story.
For some reason, the redheaded crew member he's sort of distracting to me. It's sort of like he's the scuff mark on your shoe that you can't quite ignore. You're like,
damn.
No, I'm sorry. It's. Do you ever wear a T-shirt where the tag is just like itching against the back of your neck, and you're like, what the hell? I like this shirt normally. So
it's just because you're so used to seeing Worf standing up there.
But they all feel like they're natural. They're like natural ridges. It makes sense. It flows, right? And he's this jutting promontory or something. He's a sharp edge. He's like a burr to me, unfortunately. And I apologize to the actor because he's done nothing to me. You know, he's just he.
Not that you know of.
Just continuing the history of Star Trek's anti-Irish rhetoric.
There you go, maybe that's it.
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry. Oh. Uh-oh? What's uh-oh, Shawn? What's oh? Oh.
They were being attacked, but they weren't really being attacked.
It was a trap. It's a trap.
They're being
Trap.
Damn it.
He's quite good. He's the best.
Riker's ship has the old flippy-uppy controls on his chair.
Yep.
That Picard used to have, but doesn't have anymore.
Picard is so into Riker right now.
Yeah,
Yes,
they love
they're
each
so
other.
in love right now.
He's like, oh my God, he's so good. so excited.
I told you it's totally Brokeback.
They love
Or
each
Dirty
other.
Dancing. All about
there you
respect.
Yeah. Yep. Is this the pottery scene or the dancing scene?
Wait, the pottery scene's in Ghost, bro.
I would love a mashup of Ghost and Dirty Dancing. Oh, that sounds good.
You're right, Shawn. I'm sorry.
God damn it, man. Oh. First the Gallagher comment, and now you don't know that Ghost and Dirty Dancing are
this is why we show up, though.
Min just put Riker in a corner.
I think Daddy's put me in a corner. Yes.
Nobody puts Minwin in a corner. I'll lift you up into the sky.
I'd love that.
Are we dirty dancing right now, Shawn?
I would love that.
I could do it with you, and I think I could do that maneuver with you.
I really think you could, and I would really like to see that. So
you right? Whoa!
Got the core to be able to flatten yourself as I pick you up.
You guys have been in quarantine.
I can't find any Ghost Dirty Dancing /fic crossover.
I mean, it's got Swayze all up in there. I think.
There is
so much sense.
There is Dirty Dancing /fic, where Johnny Castle.
We need to turn out Split for the internet, guys.
Johnny and Baby and Penny, the girl who has the abortion.
Yeah,
it's a 3-way fic.
Before or after the abortion?
It doesn't say. It says Baby, Johnny, and Penny share a bed on their way through Spokane while on a summer tour with the road company of West Side Story.
Oh my god! I love that it's Spokane.
All right,
the guy on the right specific. It's very specific.
Squiggly. Squiggly watch.
The Ferengi on the right is Squiggy.
I could hardly tell.
Wow.
It is? It doesn't look, well, I guess through the makeup.
Yeah, you can tell.
The Ferengi on the left is Armin Shimmerman, who will be Quark in DS9.
Yeah, but he's already playing his, second different...
Is this like the 8th or 9th time he's already played a Ferengi?
He's so good.
Right. This poor guy, he was like, the producers were like, we like you as a Ferengi, and that was like all he ever got to do from that point on.
Yep. At least he got a starring role eventually as a Ferengi.
That's true, but I bet that makeup was a pain in the ass to put on every.
Yeah, all that
fucking time.
In the back.
But is he so good at that character?
7 years, he had to put up with that every day. It would drive me crazy. Yeah. I guess you just count your money in your head, right?
Yeah, sure.
While they're putting it on you.
You gotta spot
or
on that.
Glue it to the back of your head.
They shove it up underneath that little flap they have in the back of their head.
Some jewels back there.
They all have that. They all wear a thing on the back of their heads.
Fancy.
Mm-hmm. It's cultural.
I think it's to keep the back of your head warm.
Oh, it's like a hat. It's like okay, clothing.
They saw ads for the Bedazzler from the past, and that became the foundation of their culture.
I mean, Riker took mostly all the best people, right? Except Data. He took Worf and Geordi.
Yeah, and he got Wesley out of Picard's hair.
Yeah, that's why Picard's so happy right
He's
now.
addition by subtraction.
Yeah.
That's 4D chess right there for sure.
So what's happened here? The Ferengi have shown up, and they don't understand that it's
what the hell's going on? Why are you firing on your own
that it's
ship?
a play, that they're having a little play war games.
Yep. Doesn't make sense to them.
Yeah, they think that they would only be going over there. They think that the ship that's derelict has something valuable on it. That's the only reason why they showed up in the area.
Uh-huh.
So they want the ship.
Yeah.
That must be the old set from like one of the movies or something that they're using.
It's I think it's the battle bridge.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
The battle bridge set?
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
The derelict sounds like it could be a fragrance as well.
It is in Zoolander, derelict.
Derelict. It's already taken. All right.
Well, it's a fashion line.
Yeah.
I'm sure they could have a fragrance.
No, we've got a whole line. I love our fragrance line. We don't need more. We're good.
And the Battle Bridge is actually the set from the Enterprise Bridge from the first 3 Star Trek films, Matt.
Oh, okay.
So you were
sense.
right and right.
Got it.
How does it feel to be right and right?
Well, you get used to it after a while.
When you're Matt, you do.
You learn to live with it. So this is still on.
It is.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
I'm started thinking about peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
It's like snack time. You're like,
Mhm.
you have to
You ever
finish
do
this
stuff and you're already thinking about what's for lunch.
Did you guys see? Don't answer if you know the answer. But did anybody see the article about who the top celebrity earners on Cameo are? There was an article about the top earners of 2020.
Nice.
Does anybody know the answer?
I don't know.
no.
No,
Does
'cause
anybody
I'm
wanna-
not really aware who's even on there.
I just know it because I read this article about it. You guys want to guess?
Is it a sort of YouTube type influencer or social media?
No.
Influencer? No.
No.
Are
It's
they
an-
from the past? Like, are they
As
who are-
opposed
what
to the future.
demographic today?
Yes, it's Wild Bill Cody.
It's arguably the perfect Cameo person. Like, not super famous, but very recognizable, and somebody who like millennials would like a lot because they watched the show that he was on.
Oh, somebody
a
from
lot.
Friends.
We all did, but no, it's you'll never guess it. It's too obscure. It's the guy who played Brian on The Office. His name is Brian Baumgartner.
Oh,
yeah.
He's,
Kevin.
let me see if I can find a picture.
Office. That's a good one.
Kevin, yeah, or whatever his name was.
Was he the character that spilled the
like
beans, the big pot of beans?
The goofy, heavy-set guy. Yes, it's the guy who spills the big pot of beans, right?
Oh,
You
I
sound
see.
like you're in a water tank right now, Matt.
Yeah, but we get the gist. Yeah, so he's the most popular. Wow.
I could see him doing great, like funny stuff. Because that's basically how the office is set up. Is like
That's true.
these little asides where you're talking to the camera.
I would not have guessed that though. That's pretty amazing to me.
The Office is like
It's
super
side hustle,
popular
man.
It's super popular on streaming.
Yeah.
You know, like everybody kind of grew up watching it.
Mhm.
You know, sort of people who are younger than us.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Mhm.
You know,
It's great.
A lot of people.
He's a
A
character.
lot of people have a lot of like nostalgia for that show. He made over $1 million on
What?
Cameo.
Wow.
2000.
What?
Nice.
He must have
You
been
got
recording
on
a
there,
lot
guys.
last year.
We got to get in line, guys, if we're going to get a cameo from him. In the queue.
Oh, I thought we were going to
How
give
much
him
does
the
he
cameo.
charge? You know.
Wanna guess? Wanna
Be able
guess?
to do some easy math and figure out how many videos and stuff he had to make.
Yeah. I would say $180.
I'm guessing more.
Let's.
No, you gotta price it right.
But yeah.
What did you say, Min?
180.
What did you say, Min?
180.
195. Yeah, it's 195. So you
Okay.
were pretty close.
Yeah. Well, I would have waited for the like New Year's
The
special.
other top. Apparently, he's known for doing really good cameos. Like he spends a lot of time on them and personalizes them for whoever's asking for them. So he's very good at making cameos.
That's
Apparently.
great.
The actor has taken his face to like 15. It's beyond 11 right now.
Yeah. 'cause
Love it.
Data's-
Yes.
That's true. He could face act the hell out of a cameo.
Yeah, look at that. That guy should be on Cameo.
He's like Jowly.
Why isn't Jowly on
Why
Cameo?
isn't Charlie?
I know. Get on Cameo,
I
Jowly.
bet he is. Look him up.
Yeah, we can look him up.
He'd be the kind of person that would be on Cameo.
Yeah,
He is
but
a
I don't think he would have the same reach as Kevin.
No,
Sure.
not nearly as
Yeah.
famous as the guy from The
Mhm.
Office.
Mm-hmm. Yay! Everyone loves Data now. Good job. Well, what is that outfit the guy is wearing.
What's that guy
right
wearing
there.
behind the back?
Oh.
He's an
He looks
explorer.
like,
He's
he
Magellan.
looks like David from Schitt's Creek.
Mhm.
I have never
Ew,
seen
David.
that.
What do you think, Aaron? Fashion watch.
He's got
Wow.
palm trees on.
That's like all I can look at. I'm like, Data's talking and
Camels?
celebrating, and I'm just looking at that sweater. It's like
Yeah.
right.
It's
Looks like he's looking
Africa.
for the new world back there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right? Columbus, Magellan.
That guy is stealing the scene like crazy.
It is very distracting.
Yeah. That is all I saw for like.
Busted him
Yeah,
up.
go again.
They ran out of Starfleet uniforms, so they were like, "This is all we have, guys. Sorry, director, we got to go with it."
Yeah.
Well,
Who was that? I want to know everything about that person now.
Yeah, me too.
that's
That
gonna
was
be
the
a
most
mystery.
interesting part of the episode. Was
Oh.
that part right there?
Hmm.
That's gonna be like our grassy knoll. Well, we made it, guys. We finally made it through that episode. It started off really awesome, but it felt like
Yeah.
it got a little draggy.
Mhm.
Dragged a little in the middle, but
Mhm.
Yep.
Mm.
it was nice. It was nice for the bromance. The Picard Riker bromance is always fun.
I was expecting a tent scene at night, maybe, and I didn't get it, so I'm a little disappointed, and I'm gonna take my rating down now.
You can't do
You
that.
just really got broke back on the brain. You just it's all you can talk about is other big earners on Cameo in 2020, the top earners on Cameo. Sean Astin, Perez Hilton, Sonia Morgan, who's one of the Real Housewives, and Debbie Gibson. Top
What
earners.
is Perez
Wow.
Hilton known for?
He's like a gossip. He's like a
Oh.
gossip guy.
I thought, okay, and wow.
I'm sure he does it with pizzazz.
Jazz hands. I want jazz hands. I
He's-
want that
he's
device from Star Trek.
Conversational guy. He
Yeah.
can
Okay.
make you feel like he's talking to you, I think.
But I mean, $1 million a year is like nothing to.
At $200
Oh,
a piece, he's made over 5,000.
Whoa, that is bumping them out. Wow.
Yeah. So
How
let's
many
see.
do you have to do in a day? 5,000?
It's 13 a day if
Well, it's-
you.
Yeah, you got
Average.
56
Doable.
weeks in the year.
It's a lot.
Oh, yeah, no. It'd be
A lot.
5,000.
But they're short. Like they're only like a minute or two long.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah, sure.
But still, you have to like put some thought into
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
you're gonna,
You
what
have
you're
to
gonna
read the
say.
information that's sent to you and like tailor it. Yeah.
Correct. So it's a lot of work.
Cool, man.
Spread a lot
Good
of
for him.
happiness.
Good for Brian
Right?
Baumgartner.
Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely. Bravo.
Way
Bravo.
to cash in on being the 8th or 9th most important person on The Office.
And to spread more cheer and love and, just, yeah, people probably love receiving those cameos from him. So,
Yeah,
awesome.
I'm sure they do.
Awesome.
We're done.
Yay!
PB&J time.
2021. Looking up.
Wrap it up, Matt.
Thank you very much for listening to Warped. Please go to iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts to rate, review, and subscribe. You can follow us on Instagram at Warped the Podcast and find our merchandise link on Instagram at lunar_flair, FLAIR. You can email us at warpedthepodcast@gmail.com. Follow us on Twitter at Warped Trek. Follow me at Host Warped. Follow Min to learn about our Dungeons and Dragons, Call of Cthulhu podcasts and live streams at Wet Maynard. And go to patreon.com/warped, become a subscriber, and get access to bonus material and additional episodes.
Bonus.
Sweet.
That's it.
Next
Awesome.
week, we're watching the final episode of season 2. the one
Season
we've been
finale.
affectionately referring to as the Clip Show.
Uh-huh.
So until next week, my name is Shawn.
My name's Matt.
I'm Jake.
Aaron.
Minwin.
Not me.
Good night, everybody.
Yes. Get out of here, folks.